What would you say that acting is most like? Out of two choices, would you say it was most like a recital or a sport? And I've been thinking about this quite a lot for the last few years, really, as I've become more intrigued by impulses and where the desire to act or where the desire to speak comes from, which I think informs what we do in our scenes. It strikes me that lots of us, and myself absolutely included, I wear no crown in this at all, but myself included, I think a lot of us think of it as a recital, or have thought of it as a recital. And by that, what I mean is we've prepared what we're going to do in our scenes. We've prepared our lines. We know the way we want to sound. We know the way we want to look. And what we do is we kind of regurgitate something that we've practiced at home or in the car or in rehearsal, and we try and move an audience by recreating something that happened once, maybe several weeks ago. And I think what happens there is that it's a performance that is devoid of life, really. It's devoid of intention. It's devoid of drive. It's devoid of any depth, any interior struggle, any interior motivation. We just get sound and nothing else. And when I've been thinking about this and playing with this over the last few years in my own work and maybe running classes and workshops, I've been really looking to find what it is that makes a performance more truthful. And we talk about truth a lot in acting, don't we, and truth in art. And some people think, well, how can acting be truthful when you are reading lines that somebody else has pre-written? Well, actually, I think that Al Pacino, who's obviously a brilliant actor, said it really well. He said that even when I'm lying, I'm telling the truth. And what he means by that is that even though we all know that he's clearly not a mafia don called Michael Corleone or whoever else he might be playing, we are still affected by the sincerity and the truthfulness of his performance. Because what he's doing is he's playing a sport with the other actors. Think of it like a fight. In fact, think of it like a rigged fight. So you've got two boxers. One of them knows that he's going to go down in the 5th round. The other one might even know it as well. So the outcome is certain. But it doesn't mean they don't take shots at each other on the way. And that's how I kind of like to think about this. That even though you know your character does not achieve what it is that they're setting out to achieve, of course we call that an objective, don't we? They can still take as many shots as possible and maybe draw some blood on the way out. And I think that puts a real excitement underneath what we're doing with other characters on stage. Essentially, we're only going to move the audience if we move the other person. That's the equation, isn't it? So we're only going to move the audience when we move the other characters. And we're only going to move the other characters by making contact, by changing them, by doing something genuinely to them underneath the language of the play or the film or whatever else it is that we're doing. And so in that respect, acting is like a sport. We can affect the other person, we can take shots, we can win points, we can score points, we can do all sorts tactically to somebody else going down swinging. And if you think of it that way and bring that idea to every rehearsal, audition, performance, then something very exciting happens. We start playing from our impulses. And when we play from our impulses, we're spontaneous, we're free, we're surprising, and often bolder. And we're going to talk about that certainly over the next few weeks. So yeah, I'd say acting is more like a sport than anything else. More often than not, it's a contact sport, psychologically or sometimes physically.